Hey everyone, you're with Tom from Ludicrous Feed, and thanks so much for joining us today. Today I'm sitting in the long-range dual-motor Polestar 2 with Performance Pack. This is basically the bee's knees of the Polestar 2, and today we're going to take it out for a handling test here in Sydney, Australia. And to help us do that, I've got it on firm steering feel, standard one-pedal drive mode, creep off, and we'll take traction control off on sport mode. And we've also got this function here where we can track our G-force going through the car as well. So this should be a fun test. All right, let's head out there and enjoy the Polestar 2 long-range dual-motor Performance Pack. And many thanks again to Polestar Australia for loaning us this beautiful car for the week to do tests like this. So stay tuned, we'll have other videos such as how to charge the Polestar 2 and also a full review coming up later on in the week for the Polestar 2 long-range dual-motor Performance Pack, where I'll be road testing my brand new scoring system to help me with reviews of electric vehicles that I receive on loan moving forward. Okay, so we're going to turn off here down to Akuna Bay. I'll just quickly show you the map to show you the route down to Akuna Bay. So as you can see, it's fairly windy going down into that point down there, and then we'll do the uphill test going back the other way, heading back up. Alright, so we've got the G meter on. And like I said, we are going to give this a good test today. And with the handling test, I try to use regen braking as much as I can. For those of you who don't know, regen braking is regenerative braking. You saw with the settings there, it's the one pedal drive, and it basically helps capture some of that kinetic energy back into the car, where normally you would use the brake pedal. Oh my goodness, that's fast. In this case, when you slow down, the car captures some of that energy back and pulls it back into the battery for use later on. So it's a very efficient way for electric vehicles to increase their range. And this is probably my favorite part of the week, doing the handling test with the cars that I receive on loan. This gives me a really good opportunity to have some fun with the vehicle, but also just to see what it's like to handle winding roads. And this is still the most winding road I can find in Sydney, here in Akuna Bay. And so far so good, but as you'll see later on down the line, there is some very, very tight turns, some hairpin turns coming up, so looking forward to testing this car on those roads. Here's a fairly tight turn here. It's pretty good. Yeah, that was fabulous. Very easy. Here's a straight coming up. Wow, that's quick. You feel the G's going down and then the G-force pulling you back with the regen braking. This is quite a good meter. This is quite a good feature here. Quite like that. And yes, there are cyclists around, so we've got to be very careful as well. 8 kilometers of winding road. Thank you very much. Beautiful day here in Sydney. Perfect for a test like this. And I guess because it's not too wet on the road, I guess traction control doesn't matter too much. Roads aren't that slippery. Although I guess later on down in the shade as we enter the valley, might be a different story. Again, I've not used the brake at all. Tight turn here. Some more tight turns coming up. And look, you know, with any EV, the regen braking actually helps it. Helps make these turns very easy. Could probably have done that one a bit better. It's not too bad, that one. Here's a hairpin, and yes, there is a cyclist and a motorcyclist. So we've got to follow these guys down. And as you can see, probably very soon, there's a bit of water down there. So yeah, we'll do the return journey heading back uphill. Bit of wet road there, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Of course, going at very low speeds, very easy. No regen brake, sorry, no brake pedal required, lots of regen braking. It's a very, very smooth ride downhill as we drive into Akuna Bay. So that's quite fun, seeing that G meter. It's quite a nice feature, actually. Okay, so we're heading down into the gate there, and I'm just going to spin around and head back uphill very shortly. Okay, we're heading back uphill now, and beautiful scenery there on Akuna Bay. Wonderful spot, so highly recommend if you've got an EV or just, I guess, any car really, come down here and try out some of the turns here. They're pretty awesome. All right, so uphill test now. And I'm sorry if there's a big grin on my face. I just can't help myself when I drive cars like this. Got to be careful once again. We saw that motorcyclist before, but I'm pretty sure they were going to go pretty quick anyway, so we shouldn't catch up to them. And I must say the downhill test was pretty easy. Probably one or two turns that were possibly could be done better, but otherwise on the whole I thought it was pretty good. The regen braking was very helpful. Okay, so we are following the motorcyclist. There we go. I guess they've got a passenger. Yeah, this one's pretty good. That was the hairpin turn, and that handled it pretty well. Okay, we'll just let that motorcyclist go a bit more, so we can take some of these turns a bit easier. Okay, so we'll try this one now, this turn. Yep, okay, not bad. Bit of a slip. Otherwise pretty good. Okay, we'll try this one. Okay, so very gently around these corners. No problems going uphill so far. Okay, so they're turning off. That's good. So we'll have a bit more of an opportunity to take these corners. fairly straightforward. Here's a bit of a tight corner here. Yep, no problems. It's just such a pleasure, isn't it, driving EVs? They really are quite fun to drive, no matter what you do. Which car you take in general, because the regen braking does help a lot. Here's a cyclist here. Let's see whether we can get around the... I think it's fairly safe. Yeah, you can see quite ahead of them. There we go. Let's see what happens on this corner. And the visibility is good around this car as well, so it's no issues looking around corners in tight turns like that. You guys watching the G meter there? So I don't think I've passed 1G yet, so it's well within my comfort zone still. No nausea. This is quite good. It'd be nice if you could download that, right, as a video. Easy as you like around this corner. Accelerate out of the apex. Beautiful. Very easy. Excellent. Well, look, I was pretty happy with that. And yeah, Polestar 2 is definitely a fun car around corners. On the whole, did very well. Very well indeed. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a like if you've enjoyed the video, and also subscribe if you've not done so already yet. Otherwise, stay safe, take care, and until next time, as always, happy charging.